What? Twitch says it's invalid. Oh, well. I don't care about Twitch. All right, we'll remove Twitch. Group Twitch. Come on. All right. All right, we're live. I don't know if we were kind of going live. There was something going on with Twitch. So we're just not streaming on there for that one viewer that always joins. So I apologize. But welcome to Live in the Krypt with my dear friend once again, Acrostars' very own producer, actress, woman of many talents, one of my good friends, Ann Myrna.
Oh, hi, John. Hi, everybody.
Oh, you know, Beatrice would yell at me. I forgot to do something for you. Give me one sec here, because if I don't do this, Beatrice is going to complain if she happens to watch it. There you go. Pop away. I know I screwed up. All right. Well, we got a special show tonight. You joined me last Sunday, was it? Yeah, Sunday night.
I don't remember.
About a bunch of stuff that's going in the shop. I grabbed a couple things today from the storage unit, brought it over. The shop is going to be launching. We're pretty excited about that. I've been kind of working on them a little slow, and I know you've been super, super busy, but we're really excited to get the shop launched. We got some really cool merch, but we got tonight somebody really special joining us. He's an actor. To me, he tears down walls, and he's such a talented guy. And I really enjoyed him in Clown in the Woods, and I'm excited for his next project we're going to be talking about, Special Needs Revolt. And ladies and gentlemen, once again on the show, Mr. Nolan Tierce.
Hey, guys.
Wait. I'm very slow at this. Welcome once again. It's been a long time, and I've been promising you to come on the show. And Brett couldn't make it tonight, so I had to get something that was a lot better to look at than me. And my good friend Ann Myrna, who also is in the movie business, I thought she'd be a great co-host, and I really wanted her to meet you as well.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm glad I could be here.
I love being on your show, John.
Well, we love having you. You're one of my favorite guests. My sister loves you to death. She loved Clowns in the Woods. She's like, Nolan was so good. He's so cute, blah, blah, blah. I'm here like, oh, stop it. No, but she loves you to death. And I know if she's out in the comment section, she's excited for the show because you're one of her favorites. So Special Needs Revolt. That hasn't released yet, has it?
Not yet.
But it's about to.
It's about to.
Yes. You got Sergeant Kabuki Man, NYPD, Bill Whedon in there, Adrian.
That's correct.
Adrian Esposito.
Yep.
Right? I always forget his last name. I know Adrian Deacons Elder from Scarefest. I didn't want to announce and screw that up, which is something I'm very good at. Screwing up is something I'm fantastic at, and spent time with me in person. She will tell you it's one of my fortes. But it's a great cast you got. You had a great cast in Clown in the Woods.
That's right.
You must be excited. I mean, you were a star in Clown in the Woods, but this is like you're the superhero in this upcoming movie.
That's correct, John. I am the superhero of this film and also the lead. This was my first ever leading role.
Yeah.
Congrats on that.
Thank you.
Well, I'm excited to see it because you whether it was the lead role or not in Clowns in the Woods, you guys kind of all had a lead part in its own way, and you guys all had an important part to play, and you were definitely an important part.
Yeah. That was my favorite. That was my favorite movie, Clowns in the Woods. But this one, Special Needs Revolt, is going to be even bigger. A lot of action. A lot of fun.
Did you get in those boxing classes and stuff and practice your superhero moves, or were you just a natural talent?
Actually, this was my first time doing stunts in movies, so I did a lot of my own stunts.
Look at you.
Cool.
I had some fighting scenes with cops and a lot of falling on a mat. That was so much fun.
So did you have someone on the crew who did fight choreography for you?
We actually had some stunt guys with us.
Oh, that's awesome.
First.
Very cool. Yeah, you gotta learn from the best so you don't hurt yourself.
Right. That's right.
You worked with some of the trauma team on this film, didn't you? I mean, other than Bill Whedon, I know you got a lot of support from them.
Yeah, it was the first time working with a lot of people from the trauma guys.
Yeah, that's really cool. That's gotta be mind blowing. I mean,
like that was my first time working with Bill Whedon, and for me, I was in awe of him because when I was actually younger, when I was in high school, I think I started getting into the Toxic Avenger.
Oh, I love that. I love the Toxic Avengers. When I was a kid, that was a big deal for us.
Yeah. Actually, I think that movie came out the year when I was born.
I'm much older, if you can see from some of these. I was probably 10, 12. Like, I'm trying to remember when it came out. Was it actually? I might even been younger. Was it 83? It came out.
I think it came out in 90, which was my year of my
Toxic Avenger came out in 90. God, it seems like it was an 80s movie. I'm so off on that, but it was one of those things you didn't know what to expect with that.
That was Sergeant Kabuki. Wrong film.
Oh, Sergeant Kabuki, man. Well, Bill was great in that as the bad guy.
Toxic Avenger, I think, came out in the 80s. Yes, that was before I was born.
Yeah, great movies, and I love Sergeant Kabuki, man. I mean, I thought Bill was great as the lead role, and now he's playing the villain again in Special Needs Revolt.
That's correct.
The new action star, forget about Sylvester Stallone, forget about Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That's right.
We got Nolan Tierce.
You got me, Nolan Tierce. That's correct. That's Billy.
Billy. So what's your name in the film?
So my name in the film is Billy Bates.
Okay.
And he had been, with his character, he has been through a lot. Because he lost his parents, he was put in the system, and he went through a lot with his abusive grandmother.
That sounds like it was a tough role to play. Was it difficult? Yeah.
For me, it was emotional because for me, I also was bullied most of my life.
Yeah.
So that's why I channel my emotions in this film.
I think it's going to help you out a lot. I think the emotions you're going to be able to bring into this character.
That's right.
The relatability, and I got to say, I love what you guys are doing.
Thank you.
You and Adrian, you guys have been working together and been friends a long time. I got to get him on, but I wanted to get you guys each on solo because we haven't had a chance to do a solo one. Let you shine. Get Adrian on, let him shine.
That's right.
Maybe we'll get you, Bill, and Adrian on all together at a certain point, or get Bill on, and then we'll do a whole thing. But
that's right.
But I love the awareness you guys are giving, and not only the awareness, but I work in the special needs community. I mean, that's what I do for my life. I mean, Doomsday's Krypt's one thing. The most important thing I do is the guys I take care of. So
that's awesome.
So we love watching films that it's good to be able to, like for my guys, we watch Clown in the Woods and, and my guy, one of my guys, especially one of my guys, a big movie fan, thought you were the coolest, I showed him the show. So you're kind of a role model in the special needs community to really shine and showcase and bring that awareness that I think people underestimate what you guys are capable of. They don't get a chance to sit down and talk to you and know you as people. And you being a voice for it, Adrian being a voice for it is very, very special. And that's what makes me such a huge fan of you guys.
And I'm a huge fan of you, John.
Well, I appreciate that, but you're a superhero now. I can't compete with that. I'm the three-eyed demon. You are a superhero. You kick my ass. So,
yeah.
So, tell me a little bit about Clown in the Woods. I'm not familiar with it.
So, Clowns in the Woods, that was actually my first film. And I forgot what I was going to say.
Hey, it happens, though.
Has it been out for a while?
It's been out for a while, for a couple of years.
Okay. I'll have to look it up.
It's on Prime Video. It's on Google Play. It's on YouTube.
Sweet.
It's on Tubi as well. I knew Nolan before it was released. We had him on a pre-launch a couple times.
That's
Nolan's
right.
This is what, your third time on the show?
That's right.
Yeah. And then to finally be able to watch Clown in the Woods, I was excited. I thought you guys did an amazing job, and you had some great filming locations too.
Thank you. I've done some prior work before, a lot, as a background extra.
Well, that's how I started out too. It's a great way to learn about acting and just the filmmaking process.
I've been acting for 10 years as of this year.
Oh, you got me beat. I have not been at it that long.
I never stopped. I loved it ever since I was little.
Very cool.
I started in community theater when I was 10. That's where it really all started.
Wow. It's another good training ground, because with theater, you got to be in that moment. There's no cut and take two.
Right. That's right.
Well, Ann's one of those people. When I first met her, she's a promoter. I'll do a little bit of this and that, and now she's acting with Lynn Lowry and all these talented people.
We almost got Lynn Lowry in our film.
Oh.
Did you? Oh, yeah.
We were this close, but we didn't have the money for it. So.
Yep. That and like her schedule is like super busy, so a lot of times it's just whether it's like everything's got to line up just so in order to get some of these people in there. But if you have the opportunity, I highly recommend working with her. She teaches me something every time I'm with her.
That's right.
Happy to share her knowledge because she's had so many years in the industry. She's a good person.
We got some amazing people in the chat. I want to give them a shout out. As always, Tony Toth, artist Michael Toth's mother, which you see a lot of Michael's skateboard decks and the alien mustache above me. Long story behind the alien mustache, but that thing is one of my favorite pieces. We put it down here for one of my guys. He's a mustache aficionado. So, we did that for him. And, but yeah, it's good to see you here. Jamie Hill, the talented Jamie Hill. A lot of you guys know her. Some of you guys have worked with her. Tony Toth, Nolan, sweetheart, genuine. Looking forward to your movie.
Thank you so much, Tony.
Yep, that's Mike's mom, and she's one of those super fans. I'm sure she's always liking anything you do, so make sure you post it. I guarantee she'll be the first one to like it for you. She is one of the great supporters out there. And then a longtime friend, my Philippine friend, I haven't seen her in a while. Hope you're doing well, Supine. And another one of my Philippine friends who moved to Florida not that long, a few years ago now. It's been about 2 years, Cebuana in Florida. And good to see you guys all here. And I'm supporting Nolan and what he's doing. And I think after this movie, I'd like to start seeing you sit down at some of these tables and showcasing some of your movies.
That's right. That's right. Actually, I've done a couple of movies outside of Adrian's stuff. I did a short film out of Connecticut. And I also did a documentary about the horror film genre.
Who's doing that movie? Because it's been a little while.
I think it's Cindy Tenebria.
Yes, I had her on the show. I even got one of her posters. It's something right around there. I
I'm
might even have it sitting here
filming.
somewhere. Yes. I met her in person at the first Spookala. And
Yeah. She hasn't released it yet.
No, I'm excited to see it because she has some amazing people, and I love what she's doing.
I'm actually one of those people.
Yeah, well,
In that film.
I'm excited to see you in that. I mean, there's a few people I know in there, and I think it's really cool. I think you guys all deserve the light, and I don't mean it in the way. I mean, the way you guys get an opportunity to showcase your talent, because you guys, a lot of these guys I'm seeing, like yourself and Adrian, my friend Kyle, Rappaport out there, and a few others. Sarah Agnes Church, she's trying to get her foot in the door. You know, all these people trying to get, work really hard. And you guys always got to work 10 times harder and got to give that much more heart. But when it comes to it, you guys have the biggest hearts. I know. I mean, the best people I know are my guys. Like I put up with Ann and stuff. No, I'm just kidding. But I love what you guys do with your heart, your passion, and the talents you guys are able to showcase. And the indie community is allowing that with great filmmakers.
Yeah. There's a indie art house theater that I used to go to when I was a kid, and I'm going back there again, and I love it.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. I think you got a big road ahead of you, my friend. And I truly mean that, because you got a lot of heart, a lot of passion, and a lot of drive, and a lot of talent.
Thank you, John.
Yeah. And now Action Star.
So how long did you guys take to make the film? Like, how many days were you filming?
Actually, so for the main part of the filming, we did it in 6 weeks, but it really went on for like a couple of months because they actually wrapped back in January.
Okay.
So
yeah, I mean, it takes a long time to put a film together.
That's right. It really does. We started last summer. We finished it by the end of January.
Okay. So were you involved in any of the behind the scenes stuff, like the pre-production stuff, or you're pretty much strictly an actor in the film?
I'm more of the actor, but you're going to see me a lot in the behind the scenes footage that we have. That's going to be the bonus with the Blu-ray.
Oh, that's perfect. I love it when people do that.
Yeah.
Did you have a separate behind the scenes photographer?
We do.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it. I mean, the stuff that I work on, usually we have such a small crew that it's just up to one of us to kind of make it happen, but we're busy doing all the other stuff. So it's hard for us to catch the behind the scenes stuff. So that was good planning on the part of your production team to have a dedicated photographer for that.
We had a lot of great people on our team.
Plus, he was busy kicking butt. He doesn't have time to be filming. He doesn't have time for that. But you know what? Sometimes documentaries are some of my favorite things. Like Hellraiser, I'll use it as an example. 1 and 2. I love those movies. I love the Hellraiser series. I was lucky enough to meet.
I love the Hellraiser films.
But
I like the first one.
Yeah, the first and the second one, they're very similar, but they're very good, and they really did things. Like they broke grounds in some of the stuff they did.
That's right.
With film. And honestly, the Three-Eyed Demon is inspired by Hellraiser, like even the story, just that kind of, it's definitely got inspiration. But there's a documentary that they all talked about, and all the collection of pictures and behind the scenes is called Leviathan. If you ever get a chance to watch it, it's really good. I was telling them the Cenobites, Simon Bamford and Barbie Wilde. It's like, I think I like that more than I love Hellraiser. It's one of my favorite things. But when I watched the documentary, I might have liked it more. He's like, it's 6 hours. I go, yeah, but it was 6 hours of awesome. And then it was like another 6 hours of for the sequel documentary. But it was so cool to see how they did stuff, the actors, the story, and that story being told and how they did it. And so I'm glad you guys did do that. I think it's very important for films to document because it is a memory. It is something that
will live on forever.
Yeah. Because even for them, it was like, yeah, it was so cool. We didn't realize all these moments were captured, and and the fact they had like 6 hours of documentary footage that was like, wow, it's just so cool. Because SFX is a big part. I love SFX, and them talking about that was huge.
Mm-hmm.
But so have you got Special Needs Revolt coming out? Do you have any other projects you're going to be working on? Any?
Not set in stone yet, but still looking.
You're gonna get there. I gotta.
I'm gonna get those floodgates all the way open. The games will come like mail or candy or whatever.
It's funny because things do tend to come in bunches, and like you'll go for a while and there's nothing, and then all of a sudden, you get 4 emails in one morning, and you're like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah,
but you'll be able to handle it.
Oh, I will.
No, he's a go-getter. I can see it. I think a lot of these doors opening and the fact that he does have this talent and this passion. There's a lot of roles that are in need of somebody like you, Nolan. There's a lot of stories. I know a story I got in my mind. If I ever can get it together, if I can ever get the brute finished, there's another one that I think somebody like you would be a perfect lead for. I think I kind of mentioned the story to you, Ann, like behind the scenes, but it might, I think it'd be, something like that would be a lot of fun.
That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'd love to work with Nolan down the road. I think you're a great guy.
Thank you.
Yeah. A bunch of you guys I'd like to just witness you guys work, and I look so forward to seeing your movies, Ann's movies, and the Acrostar team. And there's just so many people that I've become friends with that you guys have all worked with. Mm-hmm. Ann's worked with Angel and legends like Lynn Lowry, Angel Bradford, and so many great people. Steve Herman, the Hefner girls, the Hefner parents, they're all involved. It's it's really, really special people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they become like part of your family because you spend so much time talking to them about the project beforehand, and then while you're filming, and then getting it out to people. Nolan, for your film, are you going to have any kind of a movie theater viewing of it?
Actually, we're gonna get a bunch. Actually,
oh, that's cool. Very cool.
I'm gonna try to get the theater that I'm going to in Brookline. I'm gonna try to get the film be played there.
Yeah, I hope you can, because there's nothing better than seeing it on the big screen. You can watch it, play a DVD on your TV or whatever. But man, you put it up, it's so big like that.
This is the first time we're probably getting to 5 screens, probably.
Yeah.
Because with Clouds in the Woods, we couldn't do that because of COVID was high demand.
Yeah.
But now, not as much.
Yeah, we've had some good luck working with those smaller independent movie theaters.
Yeah.
Because they're more open to bringing in something that's not Hollywood. And then you get the community to come together and see it. It's a great feeling. So I hope that pans out for you.
Drive-ins. I want to see indie movies at drive-ins. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Yes.
That'd be a cool premiere.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that because drive-ins need to come back. It'd be cool to have, an indie movie play before even a big budget movie, just to be able to get it seen, get it out there, showcase some of your guys' talent into the community. I think it's a match made in heaven. I know the Hollywood probably wasn't like indie film, but I don't know how it goes. I'm not involved that much, but I think it'd just be cool for fans, and it'd bring even more people in to watch these films. Whether you're going to watch the big budget film or coming to support your friend or interest and you follow the indie community to watch that film on top. Maybe a double dose of awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely see opportunities out there for you guys, all you guys. And you guys are I tell Ann all the time. I have so much fun with their movies. What the favorite so far is It Came From Somewhere. And I still got to watch. It came from somewhere back, but I haven't had the time to sit down and watch a movie in God knows how long. I got some on my list, Doom 2 and what is the New Omen one?
Too. I already saw a documentary recently that really got to me.
Oh, which one?
It's called Butterfly in the Sky.
Okay.
It's a story about the TV show Reading Rainbow.
Okay. Yeah, I remember that.
I saw it. I grew up with that show.
Yeah, I was gonna say my kids used to watch Reading Rainbow all the time, but I think you said you were born in 1990.
That's right.
The same age as my daughter.
Wow.
So I had a lot of Reading Rainbow going on in my house.
Yeah. Me and my brother watched that show religiously, like after school.
Yep.
It was even for me when I was a kid. Reading Rainbow had a long run. Run.
It really did.
I'd like to say it helped me learn how to read, but I'm still working on that part.
I've been reading. I'm reading a lot of books these days. Trying to get back to it. I'm reading Tom Hanks' autobiography.
Oh, nice.
I love Tom.
Yeah. Legend. Big.
I love that movie.
I love Big
One
too.
of my inspirations, Tom Hanks.
Yeah. I remember Bosom Buddies where he started out. I mean,
yeah.
Being on Family Ties. He's done so many movies, Tom Hanks.
That's right. One of my favorites of his is Castaway.
Castaway is a great one. I don't like to watch it because I don't cry.
I cry.
I cry. Oh.
So crying in baseball.
Yeah, there's no crying in the Krypt. Castaway was good. Forrest Gump. I just watched The Green Mile yesterday. Yeah. Another great film. Yeah, he's a good one. I mean, it's good. Speaking of Tom Hanks, name some of your influences that got you into acting that made you want to become an actor.
There's so many. Actually, I have like about half a dozen.
Tom Hanks your favorite? Like maybe horror comedy?
It's Tom Hanks, Natalie Portman, Leonardo DiCaprio, Robin Williams, Meryl Streep, and I think Anne Hathaway.
Not bad list you got there.
Yeah, those are all heavy hitters.
Yeah.
I grew up with those guys. I've pretty much watched almost everything that they've done.
What would be the favorite type of character to play?
That's tough. That's a great question. Someday I would like to play a character. Maybe something like in the romance drama department.
That'd be great. Well, you already got the superhero role down. You already got the best buddy role down. You need that role now. That's the next one for you, I think.
Maybe my next one should be like a buddy comedy like Kevin Hart.
Hey, buddy comedies are always good. I
love Kevin Hart. He's a great guy.
I enjoyed Central Intelligence more than I thought I would when I watched him. That was a good buddy one.
Extra in that film.
What's that? You were an extra
in that movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Very cool.
That was actually one of my very first films I've ever done.
That's a pretty good first film, even for background.
Actually, it's a little bit of a story, but it's a back-to-back situation that I was in. So my first film was Central Intelligence. I was on set for 2 days. The second day, I got the call to go off and do Ghostbusters, all-female cast.
Okay.
And I had to go immediately right after the second day. The third day, I had to go shoot Ghostbusters for 2 days straight. So it's 2-2.
Wow.
Look at you, man.
Like, that's how.
When it rains, it pours.
I had so much fun making those 2 films. Those were great.
Yeah. Oh, hey, you went back to back. That had to be a lot of fun on movies. Everybody knows.
Great.
I bet that was tiring because a lot of times those big productions they work long hours.
That's right. I'm used to it. I actually recently did a movie with as a background extra with Matt Damon and Casey Affleck.
Oh, all right. Which movie was it? Was it We Bought a Farm or Bought a Zoo?
Brand new. It's called The Instigators.
Okay.
It's not. It comes out this year.
Okay.
Apple TV Plus.
Big fan of Matt Damon. I mean,
Talented
Mr. Ripley, and
he's a Boston guy. I'm a Boston.
I'm a Boston guy too. You didn't know that, did you?
I didn't know that.
I'm from Franklin, Massachusetts.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I played hockey all over.
I was born in Cambridge,
Mass. I know it.
And
right by the city, right in Boston.
But I was born there, and I was actually raised in Brookline.
Brookline, Mass. Okay, yeah. Well, I lived in. When I first moved from New York, I lived in Norwood.
Oh, I know.
Mansfield. Yeah, yep. Mansfield, and then Franklin. So I played hockey all over the place. So Worcester and Westboro and Marlboro. I mean, all over the place.
Well, I've been to Boston. Does that count?
It does. You're family now. Hey.
I think it was back in the 80s. I haven't been there for a really long time.
Well, that's when Boston was really Boston. It's different now. Yeah. I've been there, but it was such a
it's more high end.
Yeah, a little more high end.
But it's still not bad. It still has its moments.
Well, about 6 years ago, I went to a Boston Bruins game, and I'm like, I don't want to wait for the train. It would have been late. And I took my daughter. Well, I'm like, we'll drive in. I cursed a whole lot. It really brought oh my God, that was the worst drive getting in and out. I mean, they don't care. They will run into you like taxi cabs will literally, they see you pulling out and they'll be like, it's like, dude, it's unbelievable. I was like, this is the worst. And I had a rental, like, what are the Dodge Challengers? So I was trying not to wreck that too. Here's your car back.
Yeah, that was the one thing I was told. Do not rent a car in that area. You'll be sorry.
That's right. I don't drive, so.
Well, you know what? I wish I'd had somebody driving me and didn't have to do it half the time. I always ask one of my guys to give me a drive, but he always makes me do it. And
I travel on my own with like Lyft and Uber and public transportation. I'm a city guy.
What do you got? A drumstick in your hand?
I'm a drummer.
Oh yeah, I did a little drum, and I saw the twirl.
Yeah. I've had to play on drums for about 30 years.
Wow. So I haven't played in about 30 years. So
so let's not ask you to twirl a drumstick.
No, not anymore. My fingers are too
arthritis.
Old man arthritis.
I'm going to say this. I hope someday I get cast in a role that has to do with music, like being a drummer in a movie.
That would be awesome. I think I could see a good idea with some buddies that come together that turn out. You wouldn't expect them to be the talented musicians they are, and then they get out there and rock the house.
Sing in a jukebox like across the universe.
Yeah.
Well, do you have that kind of stuff listed on your resume as a special skill?
I actually do. Drumming is one of my special skills, and also swimming.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything, like I had a Zoom meeting earlier tonight with one of my talent agents, and one of the things she was talking about is, when you write your acting resume, you think about the acting jobs you've had, but everybody has all these other talents. And sometimes the production is looking for something really specific. Like, have you ever made a piece of pottery on a pottery wheel, or just, so any hobby or sport or anything, like write it all down.
Same. Actually, here's something that's a unique skill For me, I write poetry.
Oh, there you go.
I love poetry.
Yeah.
Well, writing's always a good skill, whether it's poetry or fleshing it out to be a story. And
That's
if you
right.
can write poetry, I think you could write a story, put some of the stuff down on paper.
That's right. I could someday write the next big Hollywood movie to launch me out there.
I want to see Breaking Down Walls, the Nolan Tierce story. That's what I want to see.
Oh, you will.
I think that'd be a cool one.
That would be a cool one. I'll love for that to happen.
You can rock down the walls in the intro.
That's right.
So do you got a drum set at your house and everything?
I have an acoustic. I have a real drum set, but that's not here.
You got electric drum or something?
I have an electric kit here.
That's what I'd get now because I don't have any place to play anymore. And if I could at least have headphones on, that'd be kind of fun to rock and roll. But
I have a real actual kit. It's a Ludwig kit.
Oh, you're not playing, huh? I mean, if you have a Pearl or a Ludwig, you're in good shape right there.
Thanks to Ringo Starr, he actually influenced me to become a drummer.
Hey, that's great. What's your?
I'm an accomplished drummer.
Well, what's your favorite kind of style to play?
Any style, like pop, rock, classic rock, alternative.
As long as it has a beat, you can put it to it, huh?
That's right.
You'll make the beat. You'll do your thing, the Nolan style. That's great, man. That's really awesome. 30 years too. You got to send us a sample sometime.
Well, do.
I'd love to hear some of your drumming. I'm a big fan of music, so I'm supposed to jam this weekend. We'll see if it happens. I got so much on my plate trying to get the store open, but it's been.
I've actually had.
A long time.
I've written a couple of songs of my own, actually.
Have you? Look at you, writing master. I mean, we started off with this actor. We went to superhero. Now we're drummer. Geez, man, where does it stop with you? I mean, talk about talent.
I also cook. I'm a very good cook.
Hey, I do everything too.
Well,
you could get into some commercials. Have you ever auditioned for a commercial?
I've tried actually, and I never really got the right role for it yet.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to actually book them, but
yep. I actually one precise audition for a commercial. It was for Big Y, and they were looking for like the high school jock type, and I was like 24, 25 when I auditioned for it. I was technically out of their league for the age because they're looking for like 18, 19-year-olds. And I was like 5.
Yeah.
So I didn't get that. I've never gotten a commercial. That's
you
right.
gotta. Dan will tell you, and I've dealt with so many actors. You're gonna get more rejection than you do acceptance, but you keep doing.
Right.
You play those numbers. And you're gonna. If you push and you get those auditions, whether it's commercial, movies, indie films out there's so many opportunities, and you push and let them know what you're about and let them know who you are, and you're going to get rejections. You're probably going to get more, and that goes for any actor, unless you're Tom Cruise or something. You're going to get more rejections than that. But if you keep going, it's a numbers game. Brett will tell you.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah, we're real proud of you in the Krypt, though. We really are. And
I love Krypt.
Well, we love you. See, the thing with you, this man is like a man of so many talents. I should almost ask, what can't this man do? I think that'd be an easier one because it just seems like if you put your mind to it, you're getting it done.
Yep.
Go-getter.
Yeah.
You know, playing drums for 30 years, acting, and you've been acting for a while, and you've put a lot of into it. Yeah, you're gonna get there. You keep doing what you're doing, man. There ain't no doubt in my mind that you're gonna be crushing it. Because I think there's a lot of roles that would be perfect for you.
Yep. And I actually, as of this year, thanks to Adrian Esposito, I love that guy.
Yeah,
he actually gave me contact to KMR out of LA.
Oh, really?
So it's like I might get an agent out there someday. I'm praying for that to happen. I also have one out here in Boston.
Okay. So you do have an agent. That's good. That's what you need.
I don't have an agent yet, but
well, you're working on it. You have one in Boston, though, you said, or is it just somebody who kind of looks out for you? Not really, but a real agent that's going to be focusing on you and like you're, finding you those auditions and stuff you need.
I haven't gotten signed to any of them yet, but
you will.
But I will.
You will. There ain't no maybe. It just takes a little time, but I have no doubt that you'll have an agent, and they're going to be able to help you.
After the movie, I might.
I think I'm excited about this movie. I'm excited to see my dude kick Bill Whedon's butt all over. Look at the guns. Look at this man went out and worked out. You don't mess with Nolan. Man's got some guns. You better get those things registered.
But I've gained a lot of weight. So I have to bring that down.
You look good though. You look buff, dude. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna do all right.
With this shirt that I'm wearing, I wore this shirt in the movie.
It looks like a superhero shirt. No wonder the guns are pumped.
I totally went out full Die Hard.
I can't wait to see it.
Look, you got a fan out there, and Tony Nolan, you're an angel in love. So proud of you. So we got a lot of people that think the world of you. And then we got Paul Nada here. What's going on, Paul Nada? And then Tony, the New Yorker. Don't tell that to somebody from Boston like Nolan. Not a superhero. That's not a good thing to tell him.
Yep.
I mean, if you say go Yankees, that is a slur to this man.
I don't mind it, but there's some people who would take it very offensively.
Oh, believe me, I grew up in Massachusetts and New York before that, and I had to forget about ever living in New York when I moved to Massachusetts because there was no more fandom of New York teams when I got there. It was, I had to start rooting for the Bruins, and I was young still, and that's what I got into sports. And I grew to hate New York teams. Not anymore. I'm not as much into sports, but when I was young,
I'm a big sports guy.
Yeah, I used to be, but
I love all the Boston teams, and I love a couple of New York guys also.
Yeah.
Same thing in LA.
You want to hear a funny sports story? I was working before the Sox won the World Series. I was a landscaper for years, and the guy I worked for was a huge Yankees fan. And we were down 3-0 in the series.
Yeah.
And what was it, 2001? Was that the first year? I think it was 2001. It was the same year as I think the Patriots won. It was weird. But he put a baseball card, and I forget who it was. It was one of the old pitchers that always gets shelled, one of the relievers, and he put it in there after down 3-0, talking smack to me and my coworker. Guess what happened the next 4 games?
Oof.
The biggest comeback in baseball history. My boss was so he couldn't say nothing. Believe me, we rubbed it in quite a bit for him. But it's if you live in Massachusetts, there's just a different atmosphere and vibe. It's impossible to not become a sports fan. Like my ex back then, she didn't like sports at all, didn't watch sports, but she rode the bus to work. She worked in the city, and I was out in the morning. And the year the Red Sox won the World Series, she became the biggest Red Sox fan sitting there and excited for the World Series. You can't, the atmosphere, the vibe, and it's the same in New York if you're there because sports are so big. You cannot not be a sports fan.
Yeah.
It's just so big there. We get it here with the Chiefs. Don't get me wrong, but it's not like all four sports. You know,
Right.
You got the Celtics. You know, I got to see Larry Bird play back in the day, and it looks like they're in.
I had his jersey a long time ago.
Oh, nice.
I don't have it anymore, but
yeah, I was lucky. I got to experience some great sports moments.
Oh, I remember those. Michael Jordan.
I mean, I got to.
Paul Pierce.
Paul Pierce, yeah. I'm talking even before that. I got to see when Ray Borks retired from number 7.
Yeah.
When Phil Esposito, and watched Phil Esposito's banner go to there, and Ray Bork take off his shirt and become 77, which he's known for. So I was at that game.
Wow.
Yeah, I was at some Stanley Cup games, and, where they
is
lost the Stanley Cup, where they didn't win.
Yeah.
I was lucky enough to experience. I got to experience the Patriots when they were dog crap. That's terrible. Right. But yeah, now we're getting into Massachusetts stock. We're getting away from that movie stuff. Now, are you enjoying the horror in Woods Special Needs Revolt? I'm guessing you're working with Bill Weed and the Trauma team. There's going to be a little bit of maybe Brightburn style, where it's a superhero movie, but a lot of violence and gore.
That's right.
Over the top.
You like that kind of stuff?
Yeah. There's a lot of blood and fun and action and everything. It's like there's a lot of I'm gonna say it has that South Park style a little bit.
Comedy.
Yeah, the comedy,
horror.
I can't wait.
Yeah, it's really good.
I'm excited for you. I mean, I've been excited for you, watching you and Adrian since you guys were getting ready to launch Clown in the Woods, and
that's right.
Being introduced to that and getting to meet you and know you, and it's what, like 3 years later now, 2-3 years later.
That's about right.
Yeah, I can't believe it's been that long. I mean, I don't think I had as many grays, but so I've grown old watching you kind of grow as an actor.
Yeah. Actually, there's another thing that's about to happen.
What's that?
In 2 weeks from today, I'll be turning 34.
The birthday dude.
It's national holiday.
I think so. Well, now you're a superhero holiday.
I think that day is also a federal holiday, which is
I thought you were saying it should be a holiday. I was agreeing with you. Let's see, 2 weeks from today. What's
the 19th?
The 19th. Yeah, there's something going on. I know my guys got the day off from work that day, and I don't know what it is.
I know what it is. It's the federal holiday called Juneteenth.
Juneteenth. That's right. That's right. I don't pay attention to anything. I don't even pay attention to Christmas anymore. It's like, to me, I work through all of it. So like holidays and stuff. I mean, I don't want to say they don't matter, but I lose track of them. I usually celebrating with somebody else, and Christmas, of course, and Thanksgiving. Yeah. But
I'm gonna say this, John, with this holiday that falls on my birthday, it's cultural significance because it's about the last of the black slaves going.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. It's a big month. It's a special month.
So it's very, very special. And that actually happened on my 31st birthday when they first announced it.
Well, understand my parents' anniversary, my mother's birthday, and my two sisters' birthday are in June. So that's usually me trying to remember what days are things. Like, is it my younger sister, the 23rd or the 28th? But I remember now.
Yeah.
I got to remember which day is the anniversary. I always forget that one in between. Mm-hmm. So I'm like 3 out of 4 on it. And I forgot Memorial Day was, because I'm so busy doing other things, and I literally I never think about holidays anymore. It's like, what's up? Oh, that? Oh yeah, I heard, because I'm just always in my own world.
Yeah.
Trust me. Ann will tell you, she has met me. When she did Days of the Dead Chicago with me, she will tell you, I am, once I'm kind of going and I'm focused on something, I just, I don't pay attention to anything else. It's just kind of like, what direction am I heading in? What's John doing? I don't know. John, he's going to do this. Do what? I don't know. He's going to do something.
Well, happy birthday in advance.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Youngin, 34. Youngin, I just turned 48. Jeez.
It'll work 48.
I appreciate that. It's just
I'm
the likes.
Look 32.
I appreciate that. I don't feel 48, but some days I do.
I'm gonna say this: age is only a number.
Yeah, it really is.
Really, how you feel.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, even with me, because I literally worked my job until I started doing the horror stuff, and then getting out kind of got me to change some things or add some things to my life that was missing that I dedicated to what I'm doing. It's finding that balance, and I feel better than I probably did, the last 2-3 years with some weight loss and stuff like that. And
that's what I'm doing. Weight loss.
You just come set up a few tables with me, and I'll tell you.
Good work.
Oh, that'd be fun.
It is a lot. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of fun. But the problem is like a con, especially if it's 2 days, it's a different story. Yeah. But 3 days, even 3 days, I get to enjoy Saturday usually, because Friday, by the time it starts, I'm usually finishing setting up and I'm exhausted. And then Sunday, you're just kind of like, oh man, I got to pack everything back up. But it's fun too. It really is. It is.
Well, it's a great way to meet people in the industry and
that's right.
Network with people, because you never know what kind of connection is going to lead to something.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, I've met some, amazing people. I mean, me and Ann, we were right by the Children of the Corn cast, and the director, Fritz Kirsch, who came on the show with me and Brett, and I'll be seeing them again in Indy, and they were all so great, and I grew up with them. And the Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors cast was there with Heather Rannington. I've got to meet Brett Wagner, gotten to know like Tom Matthews. I've met him a few times. I'll be seeing him and CJ Graham a bunch of times. Part 6 of Jason's one of my favorite films in the franchise. So these cons are great. I think I'd love to see that one. I mean, if I'm ever in the area, you could come sit with me.
That'd be great. I'd love to.
Yeah. The door is always open. If you're in the area and you're at a con, you come sit with me.
That'd be great.
We'll drag Ann in there too.
Yes.
Yeah. And she'll tell you we have a lot of fun at the table.
It is fun.
Usually it's like, you ever remember that thing, Where's Waldo?
Oh, I have.
Yeah, well, it's usually Where's John?
That's because somebody wants to buy something, and I
can't sit still. Like I always got to be kind of moving. I can stay for a little bit, but I always stay in the area. It's just when I forget my phone. But I mean, I'm always talking to somebody or meeting people, and I just can't sit still when I'm at an event. I can sit still fine when I'm at home drinking a beer, but I can't sit still when I'm at a con and on the go. So it's like the amusement park thing.
All right.
One of my favorite movies, Dazed and Confused.
I have not seen that movie. I love Matt. Actually, that's the other guy that also is an influence.
McConaughey. Yeah.
I've read his autobiography.
Oh, really? I didn't even know he had one.
He had one.
I'll have to check it out. Yeah, I'm a big fan. That was my introduction to him. That's one of my favorite movies of all time. I mean, I don't watch it the same way as I did, But when it came out, I was just graduating from high school and stuff.
Oh, wow.
And so it was a special kind of movie for me. And it was like, man, this is just cool. And I was a Kiss fan too at that time. I mean, I still am, but not like I was. You got to watch that movie, Nolan. I think you'll really, I mean, it's such a great cast too in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to watch it.
Oh, I will. That's on my list.
Yeah. That's got to, I think you'll really enjoy it because it's very subtle. It's very down to earth. It's very grounded.
And also,
it's very, go ahead.
I heard about this, that Renee Zellweger.
Yes.
As an actor.
Yeah. Renee Zellweger is awesome. I don't know what it is about Me, Myself, and Irene that I just love that movie so much.
Yeah.
So funny. The Farrelly brothers.
Those guys.
Dumb and Dumber. They've done, I can't remember the last one they did, but I always liked it. Stuck on You, Matt Damon. Another Matt Damon film. Yeah, the Farrelly brothers. And a lot of their stuff takes place in the Northeast too. So that's always fun. I mean, Myself and Irene, Rhode Island. And it's like you see all these places in Rhode Island, and I know all about, But it's been.
That's why I keep my eye out on it. I'm with a casting company, Boston Casting.
Okay.
I've been with them for 10 years. I've gotten quite a lot of work from those guys, TV and film.
Oh, cool. Very
Tony
awesome.
says, "Happy birthday."
Thank you, Tony.
Well, we have had such a blast with you, Nolan.
Thank you.
We're all really proud of you. You got the whole DK Army behind you, rooting for you. You ever need anything from us, you just ask. If you ever need, any advice from us, we're here for you. If you ever need a friend, you need anything, you let us know. Maybe we got to at some point do a special needs revolt deck or something, an upcoming film for you, and do something cool for my dude Nolan.
Actually, next week there's going to be the Boston Expo coming up.
Oh, you going?
I wish I had to spend some time with my dad for Father's Day.
That's important.
But
take them for Father's Day. Be like, Dad, let's go to Fan Expo together. Father-son bonding.
There's one person that's going to be there, and that's Marissa Tomei.
Oh my God, my favorite. Oh, my cousin Vinny.
And I also found out that she actually is from South Dartmouth.
Yeah. You can tell she's East Coast. I remember in A Different World, right after the Cosby Show, she was great. I had a little crush on her back then. But even still now, she's still amazing looking. I mean, and it was cool to see her as Martha in the Spider-Man movies.
Oh,
or not Martha. What's Aunt May? Excuse me, Aunt May. But she just didn't look like Aunt May that I had ever seen in the Spider-Man comics.
Or any other Spider-Man movies.
Yeah, but she's fantastic. I mean, and that'll be cool. I wanted to meet her. There's a Galaxy Con, and I'm looking at one to go to, but it's in my area. And I was like, I saw a Galaxy Con, but it's because they're all over, and I'm excited to check them out this year. If you ever get a chance on the East Coast to see Galaxy Con, check it out. It seems like they got a lot of everything between horror, they're adding that, and anime.
Yeah.
But we're so proud of you, Nolan. Ann Myrna, Acrostar, joining us. I'm going to give you the last word. I'm going to give you the next word, Ann, and then Nolan, I'm going to let you give the final word, and we're going to tune this out. Thank you, chat. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you for all the support. Krypticon at the end of the month, last weekend, and the following weekend, we go to Indianapolis for Days of the Dead. And you take over here.
Well, Nolan, I just want to congratulate you on all your success and keep going. Like John said, don't let those no's get in your way. You just keep pushing forward, and wish you nothing but the best.
Thanks, Ann. And it's great meeting you.
Thank you.
I wanted that to happen. Now, Nolan, you give everybody a big Nolan Tierce superhero goodbye and tell them what's going on with you. If you have any final words you'd like to get out.
I actually do.
Oh, the gun show.
I'll go first. So, when the movie comes out this summer, just have fun and live your life.
Don't let obstacles get in your way, right, buddy?
That's right. Don't let obstacles get in your way. And also, I was going to say, don't let the negatives bite you in the butt. Always go for the positives.
Great
Great
advice.
final words, my friend. Again, thank you guys. Thank you, Nolan. Thank you, Ann. Thank you. Peace and love, my friend. Special Needs Revolt. Check out Clowns in the Woods on Tubi. You can also check out Acrostars. Great movies out there. We got It Came From Somewhere out there. What other movies you got on Tubi there, Ann?
Desperate Souls. I don't know. Just search for Acrostar.
Just look for Ann Myrna. And check out Nolan Tierce, Clowns in the Woods, Special Needs Revolt coming soon. And there's going to be more from Nolan. Peace out, guys. We love you. Stay tuned.